is Ariana Valdez and I'm a business management major. My short-term goal for myself is to be a retail store manager. For example, I work at Kohl's, so maybe a store manager of Kohl's. And then my long-term goal would to be moving up into corporate and become a district manager. A specific job that I'm looking for when I graduate would be a store manager of either a Target or Victoria's Secret, because these are my two favorite stores, but also because these are very popular retail stores that never really have a boring moment, whereas the smaller retail stores like Hallmark or Foot Locker, there's a lot of just standing around and waiting for customers to come in. But whereas my job at Kohl's, there's always 1,000 things to do and there's always foot traffic, no matter if it's Black Friday or if it's the weekend or if it's Monday morning at 10 a.m. There's always people in the store and there's always 1,000 things to do. That is why I chose this type of store to be manager of, because there's always 1,000 things to do. There's always 48 hours worth of stuff to do and you only have 12 hours to do it, which is why I love it. I like having a fast-paced environment. I like having 1,000 people wanting different things from you to do. I hate just standing around and waiting for people to come into the store, which is why I love fast-paced environments. I love having 1,000 things to do and constantly having to move around, which is why I chose retail and not just working at somewhere where there's a 9 to 5 and it's a cubicle. I also love fashion and I like to help customers find their fashion, find things that match and go with them. There are a lot of skills needed in order to be a successful store manager, but I determined that the top 3 are teamwork skills, customer service skills, and critical thinking skills. I determined that these are the 3 important skills by asking my boss. She told me that building a team and directing them to their task is very important, and also letting them know that we are a team, so if one person is going slower or needs more help, that we need to help them, because we're not done until everyone on the team is done, because that is how a team works. She also said that customer service skills are also very important, because we would have nothing if we didn't have our customers. And no matter how many projects we have going on or the 1,000 things we need to do for the day, we always have to stop and put our customers first, because without our customers, our store would be no longer in business. I got the last skill by looking it up on ONET. I talked about how critical thinking is important for sale manager jobs in order to find a bunch of different solutions for one problem and determining which one is the best solution, which is why I think that is important when it comes to being a store manager, because that's what they do every day. They have a bunch of problems and you have to think of all the solutions that are possible and then determine which one is the best one for that particular problem. I always knew that I wanted to be a manager. I just didn't know what I wanted to be a manager of. And that's when I realized that I love my job and I would love to be a manager of a retail store. I love the crazy customers. I love the fast-paced environment. I love the re-merchandising the store and the 1,000 different things of tasks I have to do every day. I'm also fortunate enough to have bosses that want to see me grow and want me to move up in the company, which is what made me realize that I want to be the type of bosses that they are, the type of bosses that teach you everything that they know, because they want to see you improve and they want to see you move up. These are the type of bosses that don't care if you move up above them. They just want you to do the best that you can do for you. This made me realize the type of boss that I want to be and the type of environment that I want to work in, which is why I decided that being a store manager and working my way up in the company is the best fit for me.